I need that coaster.
There's a lot of things we need.
Wow. You and me both. You want to start this one? You want me to start it?
Take it off, man. Go for it.
Welcome back, everybody. This is a Friday podcast. YINZBOYZ podcast. Ken and Neil. Yeah, we got a special guest today. It's pretty cool. Euro, local graffiti artist.
Goes by Euro, we should say, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we don't give most of these people don't give their names out.
Maybe his name is Euro. I don't know.
We'll find this out on all the questions we have lined up.
He's very OG, been in the game for a long time. Curious to pick his brain on some stuff, and apparently he's got some good life stories.
Right on.
So that'll be cool to talk to him. But our plugs, once again, the hotline, 412-613-1116.
The hotline bling. Yeah, don't forget about our email, therealyinzboyz@gmail.com, and all of it, or obviously our socials. Yeah.
Instagram.
I don't even know them. You handle them all.
TikTok, which I got to put it on this phone, but and then you got the Snapchat, you know.
Yeah, I threw a snap out there. I mean, I'm good for 1 or 2 a week of Snapchat stories. Nothing crazy.
We're just getting too busy, man. Getting too old, you know.
Yeah, right. Well, when it shifts for us making more money from this than our day jobs, then I might put more effort into it.
I'm not gonna bet on it, but I'm still gonna do it. It's more of a creative outlet.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Well, whatever. All right, listen. Without further ado, let's call in Euro.
Yeah, get him on.
Get him on.
Like I said, I'm excited. He's gonna have some interesting stuff to talk about. I feel like.
I sure hope. I know he will. Come on, all these guys we've been talking to, dude.
They're all sweet.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
What?
What the?
Well,
give him a call back. Or you could wait. I mean,
oh wait,
there he is. Did you accidentally hang up on him?
I don't think so. I'm gonna give him a ring here real quick.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties, my friends. Sorry about that.
My man, I was about to say, no, my phone glitched. I was watching a YouTube video before you told me.
No, that's okay.
It's all good.
I didn't know what happened. Everybody, we have Euro here. He's a local graffiti artist, urban explorer. Is this a true statement? Artist?
Not an urban explorer, but I definitely do my thing for real.
Right on. Hey, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you guys. Thank you, YINZBOYZ podcast. All you people up there making this shit work for real, make this shit happen.
We're trying, man. We talked to a lot of people in the same, I guess should say field as you, and we really enjoy all the work that's been coming out of them, the art that's been coming out, the stories we've been having. So we're excited to have you on too and hear some of what you have.
Shit, I'm excited to fucking just have y'all have me for real. I never had this fucking outlet. No, seriously, I never had this outlet or nothing before, and actually nothing's ever been asked me to even speak about. So I'm just excited for the chance for real.
Awesome, man. Well, we're excited to have you. We prepared a couple different questions to ask you, and it doesn't have to be scripted. Just so you know, this is not like anything serious. So you can say whatever you want to say, or don't say whatever you want to say. But we just prepared a couple questions for you.
We will get off topic.
God. Sorry for picking up that vent, too. That's what I wanted to ask you before the day kick on.
No, you sound good.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right, cool.
Tell us a little about yourself, as far as where you're from, kind of general age.
Yeah,
you don't have to give any specifics, but just a little bit about yourself in general.
Give the people.
I'll give it to you, man. Fucking, shit, I don't know. I've been ranting since I was like 11 years old. Did some time upstate and shit, so I got like a 5-6 year hiatus in it. Probably a year before I went to prison to stop writing, just trying to get my life in order before I went up top. Mm-hmm. But basically, man, I don't know. I just been writing, doing my fucking thing. Got into this because of BMX. I was into BMX at an early age, so I met quite a few writers just through that. So not even riders, like writers too. So
interesting.
I guess they're
basically just been doing this thing. My crews are like DAF, VK, OTS, 36K. Nothing too crazy or none.
I mean, I've some of your colleagues that I've spoken to, they speak very highly of you. Sounds like you've
it's insane too that they do. I just keep it real with everybody else, so I just expect people to keep it the same way with me, and mostly everybody does. My bad if you heard that beep. I'll put my phone on vibrate.
No, don't worry about it, man.
You're good.
Yeah, no, basically I just want everybody to keep it real with me as real as I keep it with them, for real. And I know you spoke to various people, so I mean,
yeah, man.
Whatever they said, you know what I mean? It ain't no lie. I'll tell you that right now. Depending on who you talk to, for real. Unless you talk to somebody I got problems with or whatever. But I mean, it really ain't that big of an issue. But
no, we haven't.
I appreciate that, man, for real.
Of course, yeah. Like I said, we have not heard one bad thing. If anything, it's been the opposite.
It's they've been singing your praises.
Absolutely.
So you've said you've been in the game. It's like over 20 years, right?
Yeah. I'll be 33 this year. So
okay.
I remember my dad buying me my first markers at Busy Beaver and shit, for real.
Bro, that's
told me that if I was gonna go out there and write on shit, that he's gonna give me my first fucking markers and shit. So
do you use like an oil stick, like one of those oil paint markers?
Dude, my first markers was a Mean Streak and a Magnum 44 from Busy Beaver.
Hell
dude.
yeah. Shout out to Busy Beaver.
I mean, the Sharpie one too. Like it says Mean Streak on the sticker, for real. The tall one, not a Secura, nothing.
No shit.
I'll never ever forget that too, because he dabbled in that for real as like a kid, and I remember him telling me his fucking mom beat his fucking ass and shit.
Oh man,
and all that. So.
Listen, get me thinking. I like those the Sharpie big fat chisel tip fuckers, man. Those ones, I love it.
They'll make them no more. They'll make them like they used to no more. For
no.
if you're using the industrial ones and all that shit, that's just trash. You need that Sharpie Magnum 44, and they only made them in 3 colors: black, blue, and red.
Noted. I'll keep an eye next time I go out.
I mean,
that used to be all you got, for. If you find them online, plug me in too after this.
Well, I will, absolutely.
That ass, for real.
They just don't smell the same anymore.
That's true.
They don't even smell. They don't even write the same. They used to fucking paint over these on like gray doors with like the primer and think they were doing something, but the purple just like shows through. You still see your hand.
It's just a great example of a brand that like used to be. It's why it's like Kleenex. Like it was the fucking household name, and now it's just, the quality has gone to shit and the price has gone way up.
All the way around the fucking board.
Everything.
That's crazy.
Everything.
Hey, before we get off, I shouldn't say off topic, but
keep them rolling, man.
I just want to make sure that we got all your plugs. I didn't remember if we got anything solid. So anything that you want to release as far as socials or anything you're involved with or people particularly, now's your time, baby. Anything you got social media wise.
Just OG Otis, OHGEE_OHTISS. I change it every few weeks. I know a lot of people fucking know that already, so I don't even know why I do that. I just be switching up. I want to switch my name so bad from Euro, but so many people know me as Euro, I can't even really do it. So, I mean, besides that, just like my crew, for real, like DAF, VK, OTS, 36K, like just everybody all around the board, for real, is the people I want to plug in. I'll be in here all fucking day trying to plug all their instruments.
Right on.
And anybody that knows DAF, they already know who's writing with me, all that shit. So
sure.
They already know.
How do you end up adopting the name Euro?
Dude, I couldn't even tell you, for real, because it's funny. I seen somebody out here recently that wrote DECA, DECA, and this was like borderline 5th going into 6th grade, and I had like a tech deck that said DECA on the bottom. And I knew I wanted to write graffiti and shit, obviously from past experiences,
sure.
And even field trips in school, for real, just going in the city, seeing all that shit. Like, yo, I want to do that shit. Like, I want to do it, like, for real. And that was my first name. My second name was Mata. which is it wasn't a play off the time of MF1, but he wrote Mateo, which means mad dash A.
Okay.
So I quit writing that because of MF1. I didn't want to like jam off his fucking name or like bite him or anything, like trying to go off the acronym or whatever. So I quit that, and then I couldn't even tell you what I had in between that. It just Euro just stuck. I don't even know what it was. Just like randomly one day, it just like happened.
Just
me and Mange, who used to be like my brother for real. I don't speak to him no more. He kind of went far left with drugs and all that shit. And I believe it or not, I stay away from all that shit. So
it's
me and him just came up to it one night, and I'm like, yo, like I'm gonna just rock with it for real. It was Europe at first. And then I think there was a couple other people. I know there's some people up north and not even north of like even out of the state that write that up there. And then I know somebody else tried to write it. He writes German now. And I even told him like a year and a half ago, like, dude, I don't even know how you got away with writing that name when I've been out here since like fucking 12 and a half years old.
Yeah, right.
With Euro for real, like, dude, like FTC knows me, ES, AIS, like they all fucking know me from when I was a little ass fucking kid, like running around here just like trying to prove myself.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I don't even know how you got away with that for real.
So you've been in the game for a while. I guess like how do you feel the landscape has changed? I know we talked to Mick a little bit about this, but like how do you feel like the landscape has changed from like maybe not when you first started, but when you were like coming up till now?
We talk about like overall.
Yeah, I would say on the whole, I guess.
How everything changed. Well, you also got to realize, and I'm not going to speak on the 6 years or 5 years I was out of this, dealing with my own personal stuff, upstate, prison, all that. I feel like when I came back out, I didn't even write it first, honestly. And it's funny as hell, too, because ain't no filter on this thing or nothing, so... It's funny about this because my ex is Dusa. And we went to Vegas one year, and this was probably like 2017. I could be fucking the years up or whatever. I could probably wrote before that. But I gave myself like a year and a half to finish off some of my parole. Mm-hmm. And I just like put in a big-ass order from our Primo, and it just like came to the house before I got home from work. And she opened it. She's like, what the fuck is all this? I'm like, well, markers and all that shit and like paint. And normally I don't even buy paint or nothing like that, but it was Dang and like Flame and all that shit. I was like, I got to indulge in some shit at least this time around. So I started ordering some shit, and she actually kind of made fun of me at first. She was like, oh, you want to be out there and be like a little kid again and just start writing on shit. And this happened like right before we went to Vegas. And I'm writing on shit the whole time there, and like she's like making fun of me, like dogging me the whole time. And then when I get back, I put another order in, and I'm like, yo, I got you some markers in this. You trying to go like write on something? She was like, hell yeah, I'm trying to. I'm like, well, what's Swift? Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, what's Swift? And actually, to be completely honest, that was my fucking road dog from the time I hopped out here. Like, regardless of everybody else that I knew from back in the day, like I met a whole lot of new people off that shit, like just politicking. And believe it or not, she did a lot of the politicking too, for real. I've been from here to Philly, Detroit, fucking Cleveland, Columbus, all this shit just off actually her footwork, because I never was rooted in other states for real.
Huh. See, that's like what...
So she did the footwork for all that, but I mean, in the end, I got fucked over, but I mean, is what it is. We're not here to talk about that, but well, that was another good point for real. You know what I mean? Just got out here, just started doing it again.
That's one of the things that Mick had said. Like
just ordered shit. You know what I mean? Like just did it for real. It was just like a missing link to me. Besides like BMX, like I just like wasn't like comfortable out here. I'm trying to get back to the question initially, but just like didn't feel comfortable to me. I just had to hop back out here for real. I had to.
No, that's like, I don't know. I feel like there's hobbies that I had as a kid that like, now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start doing this again. Like,
yeah, some suck, but the other ones you can't let go for real.
No, there's certain things.
this was such a big part of me for real that I'm like, fuck, I can't let this go.
Well, so I know when we talked to Mick, he was saying that there's like, people don't understand, like it's a whole network of people that it's such a much like the graffiti scene is so huge. Like, I don't think people really understand the scale of it.
It's huge to the point that I know the artists from back in the day. I don't know. I know quite a few people out here now, but like when I hop back out here, like I was just focusing on like all the old heads that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, for example, I don't want to be fucking name dropping and shit like FT's, like Fred, Ether, which changed his name to Frey, Luna, Rune, Gooch, Ale, Free Ale. I can't wait till he comes home. I came up around a different class than the people that you talk to, like completely.
Mm-hmm. Well,
like on that, like off the Richter scale type shit. Because a few of these people you talk to have know who I know, but a lot of them old heads, they're not even in the game no more, none of this shit. But like that's how I came up, like just raw, uncut. Like I don't know if y'all seen that old ass FTC video, but I'll plug y'all into that fucking YouTube link. That shit is crazy. I'm in there twice. There's a couple people that like my actual friends that just like randomly happen to be there. They ain't even here no more. Like rest in peace to them. Like it was just insane back in the day, more than it is now.
I believe it.
Definitely send us that link.
Yeah, I want to see
I want to
that.
see it.
But
for sure.
Since you mentioned that you've been in the game for as long as you have, you must have seen changes, right? You must have seen how the whole scene changes throughout the years, and you're talking 20 years here. What have you seen change since the old days versus now?
Sadly, I was in prison for the change.
Interesting.
Like sadly, like I quit before that. I already had my other endeavors, per se. Was working with that and shit, but obviously illegal shit. I don't even care. My shit's all finished now. I don't care. My parole is finished. All that.
Good.
Thank God.
I was more worried about selling drugs and fucking. After I got away from that, like I got away from BMX, I got away from writing, and just like went completely left. But I also had like my parents passing away, all that shit. Like at least one of them at the time. And then I just like had to hold shit down. My mom had cancer, like terminal cancer and shit. So I just started selling drugs and just going crazy for real.
Dude.
I mean, I was still writing partly through the way through that, but I mean, that's just what the fuck it was.
Sure. I mean, getting a diagnosis, not yourself, but someone so close to you, it can change what you do in your life, man. Like you're mentally at that point unstable, right? Because you're so worried about this other person. It's such a life-changing, drastic or dramatic event that you are acting out in a different way than you normally would because of that. So, I mean, it's not.
I wouldn't say acting out. I would say just doing what I had to do for real, because I still had a little sister I had to get on the bus in the morning. That was down in middle school.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like I kept it away from her for as long as I could.
I see.
And eventually she ended up like getting taken off me and all that shit, which I mean, rightfully so, but I mean, it wasn't the right choice by somebody else. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That shit was completely separate from her. That wasn't in her fucking house. Like none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you basically, if I'm understanding correctly, you were taking on more roles than you normally would because of her condition.
Hell yeah, man.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, that's tough.
And there's only quite a few people that know that out here for real. Huh. Like only quite a few. I mean, I know Mick knows. I mean, I don't know if he knows the extent, but like Slow. And then just people from back in the day, the only people that really know that. That's why I wanted to put that shit out there too, because like,
dude, that I don't like people. I don't know. You talk about like trials and tribulations, man. Like nobody, unless you've gone through that, like nobody knows how that feels.
Nobody understands.
You know?
No, I know a lot of people out here have been through that too, so I understand that. You know what I mean? It's just, I just had to do what I had to do for real. You was asking me a little bit of background, but
well, no.
You want some more background?
I'll take what you got, man. You got an interesting story. I like it. If you want to spill some beans, we're here to listen.
This was like 2 years after I started writing for real. I was almost like 13. My dad killed himself in front of me.
Bro,
Holy
that's
fuck.
fucking.
And,
Holy fuck!
And that like crushed my world for a little bit. That was like 3 weeks after my mom got diagnosed with cancer. And this ain't no fucking sad story. This is all on wax for real.
This is
like actual fucking shit. And then I just had to hold it down from that point on for real. Like I still rode BMX after that. Like I was into BMX. I was into writing all that shit because of my dad. Like when he left, it's just like, I'm like, fuck, man, what am I going to do? I didn't have a choice but to do what I had to do.
You're so young at that point that when it happened, like what did you do? I mean, who was the sole provider for the house? Like how were you able to survive? I mean, my
mom was until I was about like 16 for real, till she got like real bad.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
And then after that, it was just me. It was just like survival mode for real.
Brother, well, I'll tell you what. I mean, you survived. Seriously. You survived. Like that I don't know many people in my life that would have it.
Half, bro. Y'all don't even know the half.
Seriously.
I don't even know if we got enough time in this podcast for that. We might want to get back to the graffiti shit for real.
Yeah. We might have to. Maybe we'll do it.
I was just trying to give you a little bit of background for real, and I appreciate you guys asking for it.
No.
Yeah, no, that's all true shit, too.
Damn. We might have to do a part 2. Like, damn.
That's like,
bro, let's get it. Let's get it for real.
I don't know, man. I feel like, but that like you said, that like sets the stage. Like, I don't know. Like, that's why I feel like when we talk to people, like giving a little background, it like, then I feel like it just, you understand people better.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know.
Not only that, it's just like, this the whole reason I'm still out here. I mean, I ain't painted in, I'd say like 3-4 weeks until like the other day I had a whole bunch of hands and I brought paint here with me and all that shit and a bunch of markers. I know I sent I forget your names. The guy that keeps chiming in the background though, not the audio guy.
Oh, it's me. It's Neil.
Ivan sent him photos like before I left. He was like, "Oh, we're both big dog dudes." You know what I mean? I sent him a photo. I didn't even realize that was in the background when I sent him a photo of the paint. It was me, me and a picture of my sister's dog.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Autism, you know, like, I don't know. Plus, like I said, I'm a big dog guy. I know Ken is too. It's just one dogs are great.
They're badass.
God's gift of fucking earth, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely. But so I guess I'm kind of getting off topic now. We're talking about dogs.
Yeah, let's get back in.
Let's get back on. So you were in prison. Obviously, you mentioned that. You brought that to light. That brings up a little bit of a question then to me. Like, what is your best and worst police experiences? Clearly, you have a worst because you went to prison. So let me hear a little bit how that happened, and if you're willing to talk, and then obviously.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about it all day. Completely un-graffiti related.
Interesting. Okay.
Completely, but I do have an incident when I was like 15, 14 that they kicked my mom's door, and it was Port Authority police, and it was me and a couple other writers that are still out here that all got bagged for real because of one dude running his fucking mouth. Yo, they run through my trash. They took fucking empty fucking Kleenex boxes that I wrote on.
Huh.
They took my mom's computer that she ran her business from. All Port Authority police, for real. It was all of them. They had like one city cop there, if that. I've never had you want to talk about the worst? I've never had a good one with a fucking cop, for real.
Noted.
At all.
So I don't
fucking not one fucking time. I hate them motherfuckers. I won't even tell you my fucking name, for real.
Oh, well, that's
like, fuck you.
It's everybody should just go on the baseline of do not talk to the police.
It's funny as hell too, because Mange's dad is like a fucking second lieutenant for the fucking Pittsburgh police, and like dude was out here writing graffiti. Like, dude, you're fucking insane. I wouldn't even I mean, I would have rebelled if my dad was a cop, but like, bro, you should fuck no.
So
like, get the fuck out of here.
On the law enforcement side of things, so I think this is interesting. Like, people might not know about this, but like, cities have graffiti task force and like certain units designated to like study and catalog all this shit. You know,
We've been that's who caught me originally. They were disbanded and rebanded and disbanded since, you figure, when I got caught for this shit, I was probably like 14, if that.
see that to me, like,
so Alfonso Sloan was at my fucking preliminary hearings, like all the shit downtown, and I actually lucked out in the end too, because my bad, I'm about to hiccup.
That's all good, man.
I lucked out in the end because they happened to give me and my boy the same public defender. Because I knew, well, I told my mom, I'm like, listen, don't spend the money on a lawyer. We can beat this public defender for real. And I kept telling her, I don't know why I was viced to this at a young age. Like, I was just always like, just get the fuck out of trouble for real. Not run your fucking mouth, but like, get yourself the fuck out of that without doing that.
let's just get it done.
I kept telling her, like, don't give me a lawyer, like, don't worry about it. I paid all my fucking fines off. My mom didn't have to pay none of my shit because I was a minor. They like held her fucking captive with the shit. But I told her, I'm like, listen, like, don't cop no fucking lawyer, don't do none of this shit. I'll get a fucking lawyer on my own. And it just so happened that the same day we went to like our actual big fucking court date, that they gave us the same public defender. So we're already at court going to fucking like damn near trial. So they come down from upstairs. They're like, yo, we know you're all juveniles and shit, but they just gave you guys the same fucking lawyer. I'm like, listen, I was like, I want a pro bono one. I spoke up immediately.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I want that one. Because it was a conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a paid lawyer for fucking free. And I got way less charges than these dudes and shit, only because of that fucking good grace. And it was a dude that snitched on us too, that had the same fucking lawyer as me. So I'm like, fuck this dude. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I mean, I'm gonna fuck him over every chance I get. I'm gonna get a fucking paid lawyer for free. Like, fuck you. Dude. Like, you just uprooted my whole fucking life damn near. My mom's going through all this shit like 2 years later, and you get my fucking door kicked in? Like, are you fucking insane?
Damn.
That's like...
like, dude, you're lucky you're still fucking breathing to this day.
When you put it in
honestly,
in context, like, with what's going on in your life, like, that's just fucking...
Yeah, just put more on my plate for real. That was some bullshit, though. That was some little kid shit. I understand. Dude was probably just trying to save himself. But, I mean, we were on the same crew and shit. This before, I mean, around the time of DAS, but me and him were in a different crew. And Dave Enon, if you're listening to this, bro, still fuck you. I hope you die. For real.
Maybe he listens. I don't know. We'll see.
He might. Who knows?
Hopefully he fucking hears that somewhere, because he moved out the fucking state after this shit, so...
I mean,
hopefully you fucking. I don't mean actually fucking die. Let me.
You're
that keep the podcast safe for real. I hope something really bad happens to you, bro.
It's allegedly. I mean, we're speaking in generalities here. Allegedly, you know.
I get it.
Like I said, I don't know, man, bro. People like, it's just one of those things. Like, if you fuck me over, yeah, I can't really forget that one.
No. I got a tattoo. I got a tattooed across my chest. I got it in prison. Never forget. Never forget.
Bro,
there's just some things. There's just some things you don't do, and there's some things when people do them to you, you don't forgive. You don't forget.
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly, man. I feel like there's just a general, like, it's just the golden rule. Like, treat others the way you want to be treated. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You get in a little bit of fucking trouble. We're all fucking minors. You want to sell us all out like we're fucking murderers and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's the other thing, is like talking about how our tax dollars are just fucking wasted for this shit. Like the stupidest shit, you know? And it's like, for fucking what? Like, what good? Like, who gives a shit? Like, it's public property. Like, paint the fuck over it and spend the money to pay somebody to do it, and then we'll We don't have to have all this fucking trial, all this like it's just like, bro, it's so much cheaper. Who fucking gives a shit?
And there's people out here doing this shit for free. I've seen on YouTube. There's people going around like literally like putting my man Sayer on their YouTube videos. Like, oh, we rolled up to the Sayer today. We're gonna bump over it, and they're making like this whole vlog out this shit. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I get it, but dude, is that all you got to fucking do? You might as well get paid. They're out there doing it for free.
See, that's the thing. There's a dude. What the fuck's his name? He's out of Philly. I follow him on the Instagram. What the fuck is his name? Some guy that I think works for a company that gets paid to clean up graffiti. But
I know. I've seen who you said on Reels and shit. I forget his name too.
But just stuff like that. Like it's I don't know. That's part of the process. I feel like there's always going to be somebody cleaning shit up, and it's more space for somebody else to do something cool. It's
a double-edged sword, but at the same time, when you're fucking documenting my boy and saying like, "Oh, we're going over him right now," like, well, dude, that's different. That's all you're doing. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a different story. If you're not getting paid to do it, like,
that's what they were saying,
bro. Come on. They were just
out there. Oh man,
that's like, get a fucking job or get a life, dude. You know?
No, they're out here serving the public, bro.
Yeah, they can serve these.
They're out here performing their fucking civic duty right now, for real.
They fucking serve me right now.
Right out there buffing something down on 376, for real.
Yeah.
They're buffing a mailbox in Homewood that don't even fucking matter.
Right.
Listen, whatever gets them the clicks, you know, that's what they're all about. Like, that's what I feel like. It's the social media. Like, I don't know. This is the other thing. Maybe you've seen like change. But like social media and its influence, like, I don't know if that's like, I feel like there's got to be more beef, more fucking everything. Like, it just probably heightened shit. I feel like
it spirals out of control when you get into social media, for real. Because everybody, dude, back in my day, we had 12 ounce profit. I don't know if you know what that is.
I'm not familiar.
I see it in mixed tags all the time.
It was a whole site, dude, and you had every single category of graffiti. You can go to brick slayers, you can go to train slayers. I don't even know if it was called train slayers at this point. This is how long ago it was. You'd go on there. That's before Instagram was 12 ounce profit and their fucking blogs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can still go on that today, and I'll plug y'all into that link too. Most of the photos ain't gonna work. But yo, you get so much Pittsburgh history on that and who came the fuck through here and like old ass shit that is not even riding anymore. There's probably walls that are demolished you can't even see anymore. I still have it pulled up on my Safari on my fucking iPhone, bro.
Dude, that's like
and I was going through here one night, like fucking trying to find all the old shit. Cause I was Corrado Soprano on there from The Sopranos. And I used to talk shit all the time and post all my shit, like, all the fucking time. Like, that's what we had before IG. So when you get into social media, it gets detrimental, for real, because everybody's an internet tough guy out here.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Keyboard warrior.
It's all about who's going to meet up with you and do that shit. And listen, I don't know what you heard about me, but if you tell me to meet you somewhere, I'm meeting you. It's going to go one of two ways. Sometimes I've lost fights. I've lost fights out here.
It happens.
Not more than I won, but I mean it happens. But I mean, if you're gonna contact me on Instagram and tell me to meet you, and you don't show up, like, come on now, bro. Like, we didn't have this shit back in the day. We had to find your number. We had to get in contact with your crew. We had to go through this, that, fucking who you know, who the yucks next. Like, it didn't matter who the fuck you knew. Like, we actually like find your fucking number.
See, that
it wasn't like the internet, for real. It's just the internet's so open.
That, I guess. So from you fucking, so there's some beef somewhere. What's like, obviously going over somebody or clipping somebody, but like, what's the biggest disrespect out there for a graffiti artist from another graffiti artist, I guess?
I mean, just side busting somebody on it. And again, you have to realize this is all old school shit. that I'm going to speak to you. Like, just don't side bust somebody. Don't go too close to them. Don't clip their shit. If you burn it, you earn it. Straights go over throws. Fucking pieces go over straights. It's all like set in our brain if you're actually a real writer out here. And there are unwritten rules. I understand that. And you can not go by them if you want to. But I always prided myself on that shit. I never got too close to somebody. I never fucking... The only reason I was out here beefing with everybody or fucking doing anything was because I felt disrespected from people that I knew since I was a little kid. And like they went closer, and I might overstep some boundaries at some point, but the people I'm still cool with now is the people I overstepped the boundaries with. The other people I'm still not cool with. It's just like it's like etched in your brain for real. Like if you were brought up how I was, when you get out here, like, listen, throws go over hands. Fucking fills go over throws. If you want to call throw, you can call them hollows, whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? There's a whole pecking order to this shit. And if you, at the end of the day, if you burn it, you earn it.
I mean,
but it could also be taken as disrespect if you don't know this person, whether you burn it or not. He could be like, oh, why is he fucking with me? Like in my instance, like, damn, I know this dude from back in the day. Why is he fucking with me? And I've been out here with the same name my whole fucking damn near life. So, like, why is he fucking with me? It comes down to all that, too. It's like old school, like, penitentiary rules damn near just for graffiti.
That's what I was, like, trying to get at is, like, there's a bunch of unwritten rules, so to speak, like you said, that people just don't fucking know.
I feel like
it's just respect. It's respect. I feel like.
Yep.
You know.
I feel like if you burn it, you earn it.
Definitely.
I feel like that should be null and void anymore, because if you know that person and you're going over their street spot when there's like 30 feet of real estate next to you,
different story.
You should probably take the 30 feet of fucking real estate next to you and knock over me for real, because it's closer to the fucking road. They're still going to see you.
Yeah.
They're going to see you too. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, bro?
So I want to change lanes a little bit, if you don't mind. Still related to graffiti, but I ask all the guys that come on here because it's a personal interest of mine. You know, I like a lot of supernatural, right? I like a lot of creepy things, and you guys are naturally going to go out during a time where there's not a lot of people, right? There's low light, right? But you can't be seen. You can go and slink through the night.
I knew you were going to touch on this too. And then listen, I wanted to keep this completely transparent. So when bro sent me the photos, I like skimmed through, or the whatever the fuck you want to call it, the dossier, or whatever you want to call it. just like the meat and potatoes of the thing, because it wasn't a lot. I just skimmed through it because I wanted it to be completely transparent. Bro, you don't fucking, the weirdest fucking shit has happened to me at fucking spots. Like the weirdest fucking shit.
I'm ready for it.
Fucking insane. Yeah, I've definitely had my fair share of fucking. You talk about supernatural shit, yeah, for sure. I've seen shit. That's why I stopped going to bandos to fucking abandoned spots at night for started going during the day.
So I apologize because I apologize. So the other guys we talked to, a lot of them were urban explorers, and I just assumed out of the gate that you were too, because usually you see these writers tend to be some urban explorers as well. Well,
you're in spots that are probably abandoned. It depends on where
so
you're
I apologize for that, but no, I'm curious.
No, it's good. I'm not going to allude to my secret, but I'll be infiltrating their shit all the time.
No,
I know a lot of spots right now too, because I actually got smart enough and started taking flicks of my own shit at like spots and putting the location on just for me. I can go back and run back any spot I ever fucking painted since like 2020.
See,
that's awesome.
That's crazy.
Like, I actually got smart. Was like, yo, if I got to come back to this spot one day, or like, this is a cool ass fucking spot with still mad ass space, like, I'm tagging it for real, just for me.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But they're me, Mick, and them all share spots for real.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? There's not too many people we share spots with. There's a lot of people that will go and bust the spot, fuck shit up, I understand that there's like 7,000 cans there. I still don't even leave my cans.
That's awesome. That's very noble of you.
I still take them back with me. You know what I mean? Once I hop back out here for real, because I'm from a time where we used to just throw the shit on the train tracks.
Sure.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna start picking this shit up when I leave, and yeah, I mean that's a double-edged sword too, because you're coming out of spot, and
it's evidence,
and you got an empty can on you, yeah.
Well,
I've had it happen where I got a whole book bag and there's a state trooper sitting at this fucking spot, like, and just like, yo, what are you doing? I'm just like, yo, I don't even know what I'm doing here for real. I'm not going to tell you shit anyway.
I was cleaning up litter.
I'm picking up trash, guy.
Yeah. I've said that before too.
I mean,
damn.
Well, that's like, I don't know. It's one of those things like I can understand in the heat of the moment if you get busted or something, like leaving your shit or dropping your shit. But like, bro, if you're not busted, just take your shit out with you. I don't know.
Sure.
Yep.
But it's also
exactly.
Like, I get it.
I was never a firm believer of that back in the day, but I started doing it, like I said, 2020. I'm just like, yo, I'm hiking my shit out of here for real. I'll just throw it in the trash can with this random sheets on the road or fucking. But you know what I mean? I'll actually bring extra Giant Eagle bags for real, just to put my shit in and like separate it from the rest of my cans for real.
I said before, that's a noble thing, and I admire you for that, because like I like Neil and I are outdoors people, right? We're fishermen.
Ken fishes sometimes.
Yeah, well,
sometimes
we hunt. We do all this stuff.
He sometimes does.
I just got out there the other day. You know,
I saw that.
It's great. Like, you want to enjoy the outdoors, and you don't want to deal with other people's fucking trash and garbage. Like, it's just something. Like, I don't know. I'm not sounding like super like tree hugger. I just mean that like I enjoy the outdoors. I want other people to enjoy it. I want to walk and enjoy a place without intervention from shit around me. You know, you can do whatever you want to do there.
Shout out. I know everybody thinks I hate RO. The repeat offenders, whatever I have another name for them. I'm not going to say it on here, but
right on.
shout out Waxon for real, because he hit me to that like when I first hopped back out here, and he was like, bro, just take your cans. I'm like, bro, I planned on it like already. I was like, I know this shit ain't what it used to be. Like, if you have just a fucking massive buildup of cans and like you're fucking clogging waterways and shit, like
that'll bust a spot quick.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly, for real. They're gonna come shut it down, knock it down, do whatever the fuck they want. And there's a lot of spots that even the cops will leave you the fuck alone if they see you walking in there.
Oh yeah, it's not worth the
time. People are actually fucking up these spots by doing that shit. And people need practice spots for real.
So that's
a main one. I don't live closely around it anymore, but it's Peters Creek. Like, I've seen people like dump whole fucking Home Depot buckets of like cans in the water. I'm like, yo, this is a stock like trout route. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
That
shit. Like, what are you actually doing for real?
It infuriates me anytime. Like,
oh, it's fucking terrible, bro.
It's like I come outside to like get away from people, and like I don't know.
In the woods. I get in the woods. I eat mushrooms and shit. I'll be talking to trees.
Right on.
I mean, I've never done it. I've never done anything like that, for the record, but very cool.
Dude, I love mushrooms. I ain't gonna lie to you on this podcast for real, bro. Every time I find them, dude, it like heals me for like the next like 4 to 5 months, and it's just like mental relief for real.
It's crazy you say that, because I think it's going to be 10 years before that's legally recreational.
Yeah,
at least in some states in the U.S. I think 10 years.
They're using it medically now, and they're researching heavily on psilocybin and other psychedelics.
Legitimate form of medicine.
Yeah. No, I know the other side of it too. I'm just like, yo, I just want them actual real mushrooms, bro, that are grown on cow shit, and I'll just like order a pizza and just like put them on the whole pizza and eat the pizza for real.
Nice, get a full belly and you get a full brain afterwards
like, for real.
too.
Yeah, no, I just did it this past Friday for real.
Clears the cobwebs.
It was up on my story for real. I had a fucking half ounce or 3/4 ounce of mushrooms just like sitting on top of the pizza for real.
That's awesome.
Is that what that was?
It helped me so much for real.
No, I think it's
mentally sane.
It's something that it definitely. I think if more people understood it and tried it,
it'd be in a better place for real.
It's like weed. You know, I feel like it's
the
same thing.
Weed can help you. Mushrooms can help you.
They all have their place.
All that shit. And I coincide that with graffiti too, because like when I was in the middle of nowhere, I just like painted all these fucking trains, and I just like dropped a fucking quarter and a half of fucking mushrooms on 2 pieces of pizza and just ate them in the middle of the fucking wood. Like, for real. Then up in Butler at the fucking campgrounds, or Beaver, wherever the fuck we were, I just like dropped another fucking 8 grams on the shit. You know what I mean? I'm just like eating shit out here like it's nothing. But it helps so much with mental. I don't want to get too much off topic.
No, that's okay. Well, actually, it's a perfect segue what I was going to ask. So, I mean, do you think at this point in your career of writing, do you think graffiti has influenced your life in a good or bad way? Because it could go, I mean, obviously you went to prison, but it's clearly made you a more, I don't know, adept, like, is that the right word?
It's an outlet, artistic
outlet. More aware,
yeah.
Adapt, all that shit. Like I wanted to touch on this too, and we'll touch on this right now just briefly. There was this one time I'll recount right now, and I'm not gonna fucking like say anybody, like I'm not gonna incriminate anybody.
Sure.
But,
no.
There was this time in Homewood, like the first few times I was out with Whams, aka Wesson, who used to be in my crew. It was me, him, and Deucer. We're in the middle of Wilkinsburg at like 3 a.m. And we're painting all these spots and shit, and these 2 dudes walk by us with trench coats on, but they all got red. And I was in prison. I've been in the city my whole fucking life. Wilkinsburg is black or blue.
We'll kill YINZBOYZ.
Bro, no, well, not only that, they were wearing the wrong fucking colors for real.
Mm-hmm.
And they both said, "What's up, dude?" One of them plowed me the fuck up. Was like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" Like, actually, like, dapped me the fuck up. I'm like, "Yo, what's good, bro?" And we just keep walking, and keep in mind, like, Wesson's like 17 at this time. And they walk by us. We go down 2 blocks. Pittsburgh police stop us. They're like, "You guys know where you're at. You okay?" None of us said a fucking thing. We just waved our hands to get them away from us. Was just like, keep going. Because everybody knew what the fuck we were doing there.
Sure.
We're painting on buildings, and like people are actually like watching us, because Wilkinsburg's actually a fucking nightlife spot.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there on the weekends and shit, especially during the summer, you're going to catch mad people out.
It's busy.
So they're watching us, like cheering us on and shit. So we wave these cops on. We bend the block to go back to the car, and we're still like three blocks back to our left. So we're coming across the main drag. I forget what it's called now at this point, but we go across the main drag. We make a left. Yo, them same 2 dudes fucking killed 3 people in front of the fucking 3 dumpsters they slowed me up in front of.
Bro.
Wow.
Bro.
Like, actually, and then hold on. Wham's little dumbass, because he's so fucking young, is like, "Is that fireworks?" I'm like, "Bro, it's not fireworks." And I grab him by the shoulders and I'm like, "Keep fucking walking."
Whew, bro.
And then, hold on, the same exact spot, because we had a rental car at the time, the same exact spot, 2 people got stabbed like 15, 20 minutes after we left.
And you just got dapped up in this same exact
spot. By 2 dudes that just killed 3. And it was on the news and all that
some
shit,
blood
too.
On your hands or something.
Dead ass, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, I wish I didn't even touch her hand for real. But I respect it, though, because we were just like onlookers, like walking by.
Yeah.
Well, plus
you're harmless to them. Well, like you're a non-issue and a non-threat. You know.
I don't know. You also.
I couldn't even believe they did that. If I was going there on that mission, I wouldn't have talked to nobody on the fucking street. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, it's.
They were masked. They were masked up and all that shit. But bro, dead ass, they both had red hoodies on, 2 trench coats.
Ooh.
And I'm telling you, I seen some shit swinging from their back. So they had the fucking shoulder straps for the joint. And it wasn't a handgun neither. This shit was like a fucking AR, like inside.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Bro, it's
like crazy. And it was on the news the next day. I'm like, I told you it wasn't fucking fireworks. Like, come on, bro. You got to be vexed to this shit, or you can't just hop out here. And then I'm getting back to your question, too. You can't just hop out here and be in this shit for real, especially here. I mean, I'd imagine it's the same anywhere. There's places you don't go and do this shit, but you got to know the lay of the land for real before you fucking do that.
Well, and I asked previous writers and guests the same thing. Is like, how do you? There's a difference between gang writing and graffiti, like the actual like graph crews that come through
art form.
Yeah, and art form. There you go. Like, and I'm learning that because I was pretty ignorant when I first started taking the guests in here, but. Those guys, they don't interfere. Like one is clearly written kind of like, hey, this is a location or this is a territory, where the other one is art. It's beautiful. It's just people associate the two together, but it takes a trained eye to know that it's not all gang related, where most people think that like any graffiti you see is just gang related.
No, it's all not. It depends on where you go here too, though. Mm-hmm. It's just Good like LA. If you think about it, you catch somebody on the wrong night. Listen, Repo and Paid been on Hazelwood just painting the yard.
Oh, I heard.
They come out. They come out and go to the car, and there's just like a dude standing on a corner with a gun, just like staring at him for real.
He was telling me about that.
It depends. Like. It really depends on where, and it depends on even the fucking day if you want to be, like, correct about it.
Huh.
I guess, I don't know if I've just been lucky, but I know stories of people that, like, they're like, yo, what the fuck you doing, cuz? Like, saying shit to you, and, like, you got to turn around, like, bro, like, we can either fight right now
stay in your fucking lane, dude.
It don't matter, for real. Just like, we're rocking out just like you're rocking out, so it is what it is, for real. Like, definitely is what it is. It don't matter where you go, and that shit can happen any fucking day or time in this place.
That's crazy.
Anywhere, for real. Anywhere. I've had it happen. I've had it not. I've had fucking old heads come up to me and be like, yo, you're putting our fucking neighborhood back on because people come through here and fucking take flicks and shit. I'm like, bro, like, I'm not trying to destroy your neighborhood. It's just like, I need to write somewhere, for real.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to get up wherever the fuck I want to get up. I'm not disrespecting y'all. If I write on it, there's been times I wrote on shit wrong, and I've had a whole gang of people come up to me, like, trying to fight me, all this shit, like calling the cops. I'm just like, yo, I'm out. Fuck you.
Listen, man, we off air, we're not going to talk about it right now, but off air, I got some places up where we are in our studio is in this direction. Like, we can have you guys come and
there's some cool spots.
Yeah, we some really cool spots.
BF nowhere, but
yeah, we are down. Our studio's out in the cut. So just
I'm down, bro. I got places up in Butler, Cranberry. I got places in Beaver. Like, straight on the water type shit. You can chill there all day, have a fucking cookout with a grill.
We're like an hour north of those places you're talking about.
Not an hour. He's exaggerating. He's exaggerating.
We got some cool places, but like I said, off air we'll talk. We're not going to talk and reveal these places.
Hell yeah, no, bro. I'm in love with the spots. I don't really piece too much. I'm really like up and at 'em type dude in your face. Like, I'm doing the hot boy shit. Like,
sure.
I'm painting broad day and cars are coming by, for real.
See, that's like, I don't, so I guess what's like, I don't know. Do you have like a favorite piece you've done or a collab that you've done with anybody? Like, I guess what's something that you've done that you're really proud of, or something that's really cool that you've done?
Me and Sayer, for sure. We crushed the West End for like 3-4 weekends in a row. And actually have like good ass shit for real. Like, we just switch off like the colors and the letter structure and shit. I never actually painted with somebody. I'm used to, like, on the street. It's a main fucking road. We're doing throws, hands, like down and dirty type shit. But like, when I'm with him, this dude just has my mind out of pocket, for real. Just like, yo, think about this, think about that. And there's been times where I ain't had no paint, and he's like, yo, let's go paint. There's been time he ain't had no paint, and I'm like, bro, I got a whole backpack full, let's go. For real. And those are the best times of it all, for real, because there's only a few other people I have them fucking, like, I wouldn't say, fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have them graces with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. You figure a lot of people passed away, all that shit moved away. That's one of the oldest not oldest writers, but like one of the ones I've been in contact the most. And I know he gets a badass name and shit, but I never had no paperwork in my hand that told me nothing different. All I get is shit over fucking Instagram that's like fucking filtered the fuck up. You know what I mean? Until I get that actual paperwork, bro, you ain't changing my mind about bro.
Mm-hmm.
I've known that dude since I was 12 years old. Like, fuck out of here, man. Especially with all FTC, too. FTC, ES, all that shit. AIS was kind of new. That came out when I was in prison, but like all them Gears, all them dudes, they all fucking, that's who I grew up around and shit. That's why these new cats coming out here, they don't even really got a fucking clue. We're beating people's ass like left and right all the fucking time. Like just crushing people.
See, that's like
For the stupidest shit, for real, but that's how it was. And I understand that's not the way it's supposed to be, but it was all either graffiti matters or personal matters, for real. So it all had a fucking meaning. It wasn't just like random. But that's just how I came up. That's all I know. And I still talk to most of them old heads today, for real.
Yeah, I feel like people are just softer these days. I don't know. There's something about it. Kids these days don't get it. The Gen Zs of the world.
They'll be the first ones on Instagram to be like, yo, I'll meet you at this place. You beat the kid, he's like 16. Like, dude, I can't even put my fucking hands on you.
Yeah,
5'4".
Straight to jail, man. Yeah, straight to jail. Yep.
I want to break your fucking face, but I can't even put my fucking hands on you.
That's the thing is we don't fucking, this day and age, it's like you just can't. Like,
yeah, and there should
too much
I
risk,
get exactly.
You know.
You don't even got to finish, bro. I know exactly what you were going to say. The young kids just like
they don't get
they think it's somebody their age on Instagram.
That's the
it's
thing.
not somebody. I mean, let's take this out of the equation real quick. Most of the old heads I know, they ain't talking shit to you on Instagram.
No,
but you catch me on the right day. Not too much anymore. And I know you probably heard this about me. I go to fuck off. But not too much anymore. There's no old heads that are going to fucking respond to you or do any of that shit because they can't even fucking put their hands on you. You're like 15, 16 years old. Yeah, your shit is fresh. I mean, and you hit some good fucking spots. But, I mean, if you run your fucking mouth, we're going to try and beat your ass.
Right.
But,
yeah, that's...
I mean, we can't even fucking do that correctly because you're fucking 15 years old.
I almost think they know that, you know, if they're exploiting their age.
They prey on that, too. I've had that happen.
I feel like
I've had that happen.
The kids these days, they like to bait people. Like, I don't know. That's like
it's the Instagram shit, bro. Like going back to the social media question, you asked how it changed shit. Like it changed it for the complete fucking worst.
It's a shame.
I mean, I shit post on the internet too, so I can't be talking too much. But
I get that. But at the same time, don't be talking shit on the internet. And the same shit we're doing, they just, I don't know if it's like a lack of upbringing or something, but I don't know what the fuck it is, bro.
It's the device generation, too. Like, you grew up in front of a screen.
And I'm glad you actually fucking hit me up with that shit for really. I've never heard that fucking term, but I believe it.
That's what it is. Like literally, people like when I was a kid, I didn't get.
It makes sense.
I didn't get the internet or like, I mean, we had TV with an antenna and got like 6 channels.
Dude, dead ass for real. I remember when I got my first PlayStation 1 for real. It was like fucking a grace from God for real.
Mine was a Super Nintendo at a garage sale, and I was like, Dad, we should really get this.
Oh yeah.
And he was like,
Bro, that's fucking sick.
I guess. And it was like, I think I was probably like maybe 8 or 9 years old. Like, but that was, I don't know, man. It's different.
See, I don't know the age gap between you and I.
Oh no, we're the same age.
I could ever get. I remember my fucking mom being like mad proud. I want this on this shit too. I remember my mom being mad proud, and my dad, too, get me the Sega Genesis. Hold on. But our fucking cable package gave us the fucking Sega Network, bro.
Oh,
the shit. Fucking big-ass thing with the cable thing fucking clicked into it, and you got all them fucking games like zombie ones. You're hopping through the fucking backyards and shit with water guns. Bro, that was like the fucking...
Dude,
you couldn't have told me $1 million was worth more at that point, for real.
People fucking slept on the Sega products.
It's good stuff. Sonic, dude. Sonic.
Bro, people slept on people was the point, for real.
Yeah,
it's like, right. I don't know, man. It was, when
we got what we got, we actually appreciate it. These motherfuckers now, bro, they don't give a fuck about shit.
No, they expect it. They don't appreciate it. They expect it.
That's the point I was making, for real. We fucking appreciate that shit hard as fuck. There's people out here, like, even people I wrote with, for real, that are, I'm not going to drop no names. Like I said, when I came on here, I ain't snitching on nobody, none of that shit. But there's people out here like, oh, my fucking parents used to give me money to buy paint. Like, holy fucking shit, they actually did. Dude, I used to have to go fucking rack that shit. I'm still racking it to this day.
That's
like, get the fuck out of here.
I feel like that is another connotation that, like, with the art form is people used to steal the paint. Like, that was sort of, I mean, not to incriminate myself, but
not everybody should have to steal the paint. I understand that. It should be I don't know if it's just how I grew up, and I'm probably putting my foot in my mouth with this shit, and I didn't mean to cut you off. But I mean, that's just how we grew the fuck up, for like stealing markers and shit. I remember going into Michael's and getting fucking chased out of there with 2 mail bags on. Some random bitch seen me fucking stuffing cans in my bag at the lock thing, for real. Like, getting chased on the whole fucking middle aisle of the store. Like, chased down. Like, somebody that's gonna fucking grab me that's like fucking 30 years older than me, for real. Like, I feel every kid should go through that.
What's crazy is now, like, you can't do that. You can't do that now. Like, they tell you, like, our employees, shoplifters don't even touch them. Like, just let them steal. You know, like California, just it's $1,000, whatever. Who gives a shit? Like, fucking, we're not gonna deal with it. You know, it's just I feel like it goes back to that generational thing where it's like there's no consequences for your fucking actions anymore. To some degree.
I'd hate to see if I actually told you how much I got out on Home Depot from. I'm not gonna say it on this podcast.
No,
but bro, hold on. We're on the record, but off the record, I mean, I don't even care. Come back and get me. Suck my nuts.
Statute of limitations. I've
walked in and out of Home Depot like 6 fucking times with 4 buckets in my hand with 21 cans apiece. 6 fucking times, and I'm like saying what's up to the workers when I'm on my way out the fucking door. Repo and all of them can fucking verify this. They've watched me do it.
I blame the employees at that point. Like,
they're just lazy.
They're enablers of anything.
No, they ain't lazy to me. They ain't enablers neither. They should stay in their fucking place.
Well, to be fair,
my Home Depot is the one that fucking had the lady Mason when they asked her for a fucking receipt.
Really?
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
They were probably all a little traumatized.
Hold on. I'm walking out of there with a receipt in my mouth from like 3 years ago. That's fucking like 3 feet long, and I got like all these buckets in my hand. I'm not even talking to you at that point. Like, if you tell me to stop, I'm just going to keep fucking going, for real.
Yeah. And even if
you're fucking psycho.
The average...
You think I'm stopping?
Well, the average person isn't even gonna.
They're gonna see that receipt and go, "Fuck this, dude! I'm not looking at that shit."
He's a big spender. He's a VIP. Get out of his way.
That's another thing. That's another thing about my point. Like, anybody out here can rack fucking paint. You just got to act like you belong.
Sure.
Well, I know we talked to Jared CMJ Flicks about this, but you know, a little orange vest and maybe a hard hat, a clipboard will really get you.
Do that.
Get you a lot of places.
I used to just go in there, bro. I used to just go in there with a fucking tape measure on my fucking pants.
I'm telling you, you just got to look the part, play the part.
In my boss's fucking truck after work. I'm fucking racking buckets and buckets, like 20 plus cans in this motherfucker. I'm like, how are you letting me walk the fuck out of here?
That's crazy.
I keep going back in until you fucking stop me, for real. I actually get tired of going back in and out, so I quit.
It sounds like it was really self-serve to me.
Oh, bro, you gotta rack that. I understand, but fuck Home Depot, fuck any big corporation for real.
Yeah, they make enough money, to be fair.
Exactly, for real. At least give us our share in this shit for real. Like, let us just rack that shit for real.
So look here, Euro. We're nearing the end of the podcast.
I know, and I fucking went off topic.
No. It's good, but there's always a couple questions we want to ask at the end of our guests, whether it's writers or anybody else we have on. But I want to know.
Let's ride through it, bro.
Yeah, man. Go. I want to know since you have an outlet here, a platform, can you share a lesson? Something you've learned from your experiences, whether that in writing or in life or in anything, something you want to give back to the world, like anything, any lesson, knowledge. Yes.
Damn, you hit me with that one, huh?
All right, I want to I didn't mean to stump you, but we want that opportunity.
You could talk to me about anything else, but you know my little bit of background right now, so I guess it's just go with your gut.
I like it.
If something don't fucking feel right, don't fucking do it. My mom taught me that from a young age, literally like fucking 7, 8 years old. If it don't feel right, don't go with it. And if you're still doing it and it don't feel right, you better get the fuck out of wherever the fuck you're doing. It don't matter if it's pain. It don't matter if it's real life. It don't matter if it's who you're dealing with. All walks of life, it don't matter. Go with your fucking gut. If you got that feeling in the pit of your stomach for real, don't do it, because I've listened to that more times than not, and it's literally saved me from a whole bunch of shit. So
right on. That's good advice, man.
Go with the gut, and I know it sounds cliche and corny for real, but I'm a big believer of that because of my mom, and she was always fucking right. So,
hell yeah, I'm about it. All right, brother. Last shout outs. Give them again.
Plugs.
Anybody that you want to talk about right now?
Just y'all, for real. Just you
thanks,
guys,
man. Appreciate that.
You guys made this shit so easy. Bro, my fucking stomach was in like my throat before I started this for real. I didn't know what was going to get. Like I said, I wanted it to be completely fucking random and shit, but like once it was looming closer and closer, I kind of got like mad fucking anxiety and shit.
Nah, man, it was great.
We're easy to get along with.
Yeah.
Did we actually fucking cover all the fucking questions or not?
No, I'm sure.
Like I just went off like 10 times.
No, we skip around, but that's like pretty standard. Yeah, I don't know, man.
We could. Hey, whenever you guys want part 2 for real.
Oh yeah.
I'm down. Dead ass for real.
I'm about
Definitely.
it. All right,
I'm be shouting you guys out eternally for even just this fact of fucking my verse to be fucking heard for real.
I'll drink to that.
We appreciate it, man.
Either way, thanks for coming on. Thanks for giving us some of your time here on a Friday night. I'm sure there's better things you can be doing than talking to us. So we appreciate it as well.
There actually, sadly enough, there was not anything better that I had to do besides go out and paint, so I'd rather talk to you guys for real.
I'm glad it worked out.
Well, hey, if you're going to go out and paint...
I appreciate you guys for real. My life's boring nowadays, so...
I feel like, no, I'm getting old. I don't know. We're the same age.
I just started focusing on work more and shit. So, and I'm about to get in the union and all that.
Good for you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I just been fucking. And I hate unions per se, but the one I'm gonna get into, you know what I mean. I let graffiti have a little bit of a backseat for the past couple of weeks. So
got to take advantage of it, man.
That's all. Yeah, you may not agree with it, but it's still maybe something that can you gotta put you up on a pedestal a little more.
Yeah,
for sure. I got a good shot at this. So. Do that.
Fingers crossed, man.
I'm crossing for you.
I appreciate you guys, man. I gotta come meet y'all. I gotta get this merch.
Oh yeah, I gotta
try. I appreciate the time. If we want a part 2, we can do it. If not, I get it, because I probably ran out your questions, all that shit. But
oh no,
always more.
I'm always down, and appreciate you guys, man. That's my shout out at the end. Is shout out to YINZBOYZ podcast, man.
Thanks,
all
man.
Day.
Appreciate that. Euro, everybody. Day. Hey, we'll talk to you soon, brother. And have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Hey, DAF, motherfucker.
BAF.
DAF.
DM.
Later. And VK at the end. Fuck it, VK, bro. Value crew.
Love it.
Shout out Moo.
All right, brother.
All right, man. We'll see you.
See you, man. Be good.
Later, guys. Take it easy, bro.
That was awesome.
Oh, we're gonna have to get him on again. We have I feel like it's everybody we have to have on again.
We have to get keep a rotation. Like everybody has something good to say. They have they're entertaining guests. Like it's better than us by ourselves.
Something about Western.
Other than Mustard Points. Mustard Points are probably the best. But
it's something about Western Pennsylvania, man. People are they're just good people. I don't know. I don't know. That's the only way I can describe it, man.
It's a lot of good blood out here. Not in Wilkinsburg. Don't go there.
Yeah, don't go there. Well,
yeah.
like I said, my buddy used to rent a garage down there, and it's just, I mean, you just hear gunshots on occasion. It's pretty standard. I still hear them from where I live now on occasion, but
I'll be in that vicinity pretty soon here, and I'll talk to you off.
Well, I'll have my gun with me.
Yeah, you might want to.
In this day and age, you can't fucking. I mean, who knows?
Either way, 412-613-1116. Thanks for joining us here with Euro this time around.
So we got Bill and Drew next.
Yes, and we were at their last show.
Their live show.
Yeah, their live show, their last live show, which was the first. Bill and Drew have both played live multiple times.
Allegedly.
Before this project that they're in right now, this was their first live show on the project that they're calling themselves. Yeah, Bill and Drew. So it was fantastic. We have a lot we want to talk about, and they are on next week, and we're super stoked for it. But
the week after, we also have our Australian friends.
God, he's going to say cunt a lot, I think.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be so good.
Wait.
I can't wait for the accent. Also, we're gonna stream that one, so I don't know how that's going to work. We still have to figure that out, but
we're working on it.
I'm excited for that one, too.
Boys and girls, thanks for joining us again. YINZBOYZ Podcast. We'll see you soon.
Take it easy.
Should've pulled out, should've pulled out, should've pulled out.